Right, welcome guys. Welcome to a brand new series on my YouTube channel. It is a podcast series that I'll be doing every week or every 2 weeks. It's going to be called the Everyday FIFA Player Podcast, and you'll be thinking, what does that mean? What is this going to be all about? Well, basically, this is the chance for anybody that plays FIFA that's not a pro player, not a content creator, just to get their voices out. To be honest, because I feel like people just can't get their voices heard of their experience of FIFA, and I'm going to try and get as many people that play FIFA, that are passionate about FIFA, and just to get to know more about small FIFA players, really. And we'll see how it goes. So if you're going to be what you can watch it live now on Twitch. If you wanted to next time, my Twitch link will be down below. I do stream every day except for Tuesday, and of course that is mainly on FIFA. But my first guest is a good friend of mine that I've made since I've joined Twitch, and his name is Luke. And welcome, Luke. How are you doing this evening?
Hello, everyone. I'm doing good. How are you doing, Mr. Senna? Thank you for inviting me to be your first guest on the podcast. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm very, very good. Thank you. I appreciate you to come in and be the first guest. I couldn't really think of anyone else better. It's good to have somebody that I know to come in first. And obviously, Luke does stream as well, and I will have his Twitch link in the description in the video as well. So make sure to check him out too. And we do some multi streams together on a Friday. I don't know if we do it this Friday, but we've done a couple the last couple of Fridays, and obviously the first one didn't go that well because it wasn't our fault because of the FIFA servers going down, and then last week went a lot better. So why don't you tell the people listening a little bit about yourself before I start asking you some questions about FIFA?
About me. Well, what can I say? I'm new to streaming. I've been streaming for about a month. Mainly FIFA. Everyone will know me as the man who loves to rage, moan, and complain about this game. I know I've made you mute your own stream because of me banging around. There's not really much to me, to be fair. New FIFA player. Well, not a new FIFA player. New FIFA streamer. Lover of the game. And I just want this game to be wicked year after year. So hopefully, we can put our opinion of this game across and make it better someday. How about that for an intro, eh, Craig? It's not really much to me.
That was good. Yeah, I've had to mute you sometimes when you bang that desk very loud because it's made me jump when I've been playing FIFA myself watching you. So I know you like to rage.
Give the people what they want.
Yeah, give the people what they want, exactly. But going into FIFA 21, my first question to you is what is your first impression with the game? Because we've had the game now for just under a month, and how can you compare it to FIFA 20?
Do you know what? In early access, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I was flying. I thought it was amazing. The gameplay was smooth. It was clear. And now, we're 2 weeks in, a couple of patches in, and I'm just like, I'm getting... I lack motivation to play it sometimes because it's just the same problems, I feel. There's a few things I don't understand that I would like to know more about, like the structure, like how rivals in the weekend league are merged together, so you basically can't get the rank that you want to get. It's like they're crippling you in that point. But there is some good aspects to this year's game that I am enjoying that I didn't think that I would enjoy, like the current objectives, like the voice keen, Akin Fenwa. It forces you into using like a different team, and you're using players that you're not gonna use all the time. But other than this, I'm actually enjoying this compared to last year. Believe it or not, this is probably my favourite one for a good few years. I can't remember, since maybe 18. But that's just a few little niggles that I don't understand with this game. But I think I prefer this one more than last year, but not as good as 18 maybe for me.
No, I agree with you. I think this game is better. I am a bit worried recently with the new patch that it is starting to lead a bit the way FIFA 20 was, with the way the part the bus thing is again and all that. Like it's made me go back to my old formation of tactics from FIFA 20. And as you saw when you were watching me on my stream, I was playing a lot better and getting a lot more wins in foot champs. And I was hoping I would have to go back to that way, but if that's the way that's going to get me more wins, then it's going to have to be. I totally agree with you with the division rivals. I don't know how long they're going to keep it that way, because for me this week I'm going to be playing my rivals Thursday and Friday, and I'm going to be playing on my champs Saturday and Sunday, because one, I just find it very sweaty on a Friday, and I just want to make sure I get rank 1 rewards, because I'm already in rank 2 in my division 4 for rewards. So and then that makes rivals very sweaty, doesn't it, for just like the Thursday and beginning of Friday, because everybody's desperate
100%.
to get as many games in. But overall, I think the game is still better, but there's still improvements they can make, and that is my next question to you. Like, what kind of changes would you like to see that would make the game better?
Well, I think it's the same thing as every year that we're asking for. Fix this drop back thing. I think that's my main one. I have to play against. You guys see me that know me from your channel. Always come in and see that I have to play against drop back every single game because of my caliber of team, and it is just infuriating. I get and this. Oh, and the other thing, team press. Like that's only meant to be like a 10-second thing. Right, you got a timer, and that I feel like when someone does that, it's team press all game long. So them two things for me, I think they've got to fix the structure, like the rivals thing. Maybe like shake up rewards, like move rewards or something about, or just do something to make me not want to play 30 games of rivals on a Thursday before playing 30 games a weekend in the weekend. So just them little things. Rebounds, I don't like the rebounds. You can make a perfectly timed block. It'll bash it back to him. You can defend it 2 or 3 times, and it'll block. It'll go straight back to him. Another thing that I've noticed that I think they need to improve on is what is this thing about when players shoot, one leg goes through their actual body through their other leg, and they score from it. I think I've clicked about 4 or 5 videos of my weekend league of someone scoring a goal against me, but their standing leg and their kicking leg goes through their standing leg, and I don't understand what that's about. So it's just little simple things, maybe just the structure, maybe simple things in the game. I think that's expected though, for me to complain about. As you guys know, I'm very passionate about it. I just get frustrated about the simple little things. Probably just them. And the fact that I've had to change my playstyle as well, so like when I'm winning a game, to have to learn how to play drop back because I'm getting skinned every time down the wing, 2 skills on the byline, cutting, chip cross, goal. It's just frustrating. So just the little things, the niggly things that everyone would complain about, I think.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. The things that you mentioned, and I remember you said to me some of the clips with the balls going through the players' legs.
Absolute joke. And probably the fact that I feel like, well, you know me, I've had to spend a little bit of money to have a good enough team to even compete.
Yeah, we'll mention about your team in a minute. But I have seen apparently the new patch is letting people score for like 30 yards out that I need to try out quite easily. I need to test out. It's just tweets I've seen from content creators and all that, so I need to check that out myself. But yeah,
I looked at the patch this morning, and another thing that they added in the patch. I don't know if you've read the patch or logged onto the game today, but they also nerfed like the yellow cards.
I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that.
That might be quite good because every time I seem to make a challenge, I get booked. So
well, this happened last game. It's exactly the same that happened last game. You would do a foul. All right, it's a foul, but it's not a booking. And the ref would easily just get the yellow. This is the funny thing, right? The ref will easily get a yellow card out, but when somebody wipes you out and they're the last man, they won't give you a red card. How does that make sense?
That is a very good point. That's exactly what I was going to lead on to say. And also in regards to that, if you remember in early access, like you got fouled for you got booking, didn't you, for like holding the ball up, and if you got ran into the back of, you get given a penalty. straight away. I remember my first game in the early access. Like I held the ball in the box and I shielded it. He ran right through me. He got a penalty. I don't think I've had a penalty like that for ages, or even a booking against my opponent now. That was one thing I noticed. Oh, and also, this might be me being too picky, but I feel like the offsides take longer to give in the full game than what they did in the early access. That's just me being picky.
Maybe they're just trying to replicate what they do for VAR. I was always thinking, were they actually going to have some kind of VAR in the game? And I thought, no, that's just going to cause too much drama, I think, if there was a VAR in the game.
Everyone would be appealing for it, wouldn't they? Straight away.
Exactly. But I'm glad to hear the car serve. I've not been on the game yet, so I'm probably going to have an update before I go on it in a bit. But yeah, I agree with you. I feel like rebounds have been a bit worse. The goalkeepers don't seem to parry it that well sometimes, and it's still the same problem sometimes. You want to tackle yourselves, but if you do a manual tackle, then sometimes you tackle it, and then the ball goes right to one of the other players. It's like basically you're doing a back pass to someone, and you got more space to shoot. So, of course, there are still things to work on, but like we said, it's still better than FIFA 20. Like you can still break people's teams down easier than you could on the last game.
I just think I've got to learn how to defend with my DMs as well, because that's maybe saying I'm not personally good at the game, but I have to play against like a back four and then two DMs. We just fix between the two DMs and they're just fucking everywhere. Just fucking, I don't know, who did I play against the other day? Fred, I think it was, and he just absolutely fucking annihilated my Ronaldo every time. It's just like, for fuck's sake. But that thing, like defending with the DMs really pee me off as well.
Well, that's what I'm trying to learn more myself, trying to use the DMs, because I can see why they do it, because when you start controlling your centre backs, and if they're out of position just a little bit, then somebody can find that space to score. But like I said, I'm sure there'll be more updates, and but like you said, we're still better than FIFA 21. But yeah, so yeah, let's talk about your team. Now we know you spent. Well, I've known you spent quite a bit of FIFA points, and it's not just that. You have been very, very lucky with the amount of screenshots that you sent me with all the players you pack. So, shall you tell everybody who's the best player you packed in this game so far?
The best player that I've packed. Well, in my pre-order pack, I packed Lionel Messi, and he was tradable. And I already had a Messi in my team that I bought, so I sold a Messi. But the best player I packed was Cristiano Ronaldo and Baggio from my first Rivals Rewards in week 1. So, yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I thought you would be. I'm never going to get a player like that in a million years packing it. I'm going to have to wait till I get money. I'm just never that lucky.
It makes a change when you get this much luck at the start of the game. Like normally it's always towards the back end of the game. So I'm happy.
So describe, well, basically just tell us like the whole team you got then, so the guys kind of know what kind of team, and just tell us, what kind of formation you run and what kind of play style you like. People get to know how you play.
Right. Okay. Let me just get my main team up then. So my main weekend league team is in goal, Baby Petr Cech, with the right back rule breaker Mukelele, him.
Yeah. Near enough.
Yeah, he's very good. Followed by Baby Nemanja Vidic. Then we got flashback Koscielny, Ashley Cole's baby card at left back, and my two DMs. So this is a 4-3-3 at the start of the game. Is Paul Pogba, Frank de Jong. My central midfielder is Roberto Baggio. Messi is my right wing. My left wing is Nedved, and my striker is Cristiano Ronaldo. So in game we'll swap out to a 4-2-3-1. Now I'm not a huge fan of watching all these custom tactics videos on YouTube or whatever, but I've been watching a lot of is it #Harry, and just watching the way he plays.
Fanatic Harry now. He's not with hashtag anymore.
Oh, sorry. That's what I mean. See, I don't really watch a lot of YouTube. Well, him, I watched him. I've watched him a lot this year, and I've watched the way he plays, and the way he plays is like similar to the way that I like to play football. So I basically copied his tactics and that, but used it in a 4-2-3-1, and I'm absolutely flying. absolutely flying. So hopefully that's a sign of things to come. I've had a much better weekend and a week this week than I have in ages on weekend league.
So would you say like Fnatic Harry and people like that are like you look up to try and improve your game?
Definitely Harry. Yeah, like just watching the way he plays is so similar. Like I think the only difference between me and him is he's a lot more patient. He has the composure as well. Like if he goes a goal down, he don't worry about it. He knows that he's good enough to get back into the game. He's chill, and it helps out a lot. And that's something that I've been trying to work on as well, trying to keep my composure and keep my cool and not get frustrated because we all know what happens when that happens. I go 3-0 down and I batter them to get back into it and then come up short. The only thing that I want to take from the way he plays is how he keeps cool or keeps his composure when he goes behind.
Oh, he's very cool. I think he's pretty tipsy and drunk half the time when I watch him live on his streams, and he is just something different. Like he can get 30, with like a stupid team as well. Him and Tex, definitely two of the best players out there at the moment in FIFA. I watch his streams sometimes because he's just really funny to watch, and his streams and his people he's with are great. But so
Well, tell us about you. Like, how do you like to play it? Like, because obviously you've had to go back to your old formation. How do you feel like you have to play this game?
well,
I've
I've always been like a possession based player because I can't do skill moves. I'm not one of these people that are going to run down the line and try and look for a simple tapping. Because I hate those type of players anyway. I don't think it's much skill in that. If you know how to do the simple, just it's basically run down the wing, spam some skill moves, and then do a simple pass, and it's a tap in.
Yeah.
What's so good about scoring tap ins? What about scoring a good goal outside the box or nice goal in the box? Do you know what I mean? Not like a simple tap in. But normally I'm a possession base, and I like to do the quick play and the LBA and all that. So my strength has always been the passing and finishing. My defense has always let me down. If I could defend as well as I can attack, then I would win a lot more games. I've already said that. And if I was able to learn and do all some of these skill moves as well, I would probably get a lot more wins. But I'm just not at that level now. So
similar with that then.
Right, I've got the footballing brain. I can see a pass. I can see something that's going to happen in the next two passes because it goes well if the game passes to the person. Do you know what I mean? Like, but I don't. I can't physically do those skill moves to unlock the defense, which is not down to is just down to my own ability in my body. So,
That's it. Well, I'm like you with that. Like, and it comes to the point where I just was bashing my head against the wall in the other day when playing this game, and I was asking my chat, I was like, well, what do I need to do to make me better to be my potential basically? And the only thing that I saw was learn to do the skill moves, learn to do the rainbow flick, learn to do this. It's just like that isn't how I play. I don't want to be like that. I'm not very good at doing skills or whatever. I'm more direct, and I just want to basically possession play it and then work the ball up the pitch and score lovely fucking goals because I'm a lovely football kind of guy. But
yeah, because like
it looks like I've had to try and put that into my game this year to try and unlock my full potential.
Well, when I've watched big tournaments and pros play anyway, but don't obviously they'll use some simple skill moves, but you don't need to spam skill moves to be a good player. You really don't.
Exactly.
When I watch people, as long as you've got a footballing brain and you know how to defend and stuff like that, you'll be fine. Like, do the old fake shot, stuff like that, but you don't need to be spamming like I see some people do. And to be honest, I like going against people sometimes and spam skill moves too much because they just lose the ball. They don't know how to shoot. All they do is like to try and show off with skill moves, really. But we'll move on to we'll get people to know where you are, really, like in your divisions, rivals, and where do you finish in champs?
Okay, well, I finished 1 gold 3 this weekend, which you'd think is ridiculous for my team, and then I've placed twice in gold 2, and I'm in division 2, very nearly division 1, but I think what let me down the most this weekend was the fact that I decided to play. I think I went like 7-1. I think on Friday, I played no games on like the Saturday, and I played like 21 games on the Sunday, and it wrecked me. It wrecked me. I bottled it towards the end because I was just so tired that I could have done so much better, and I wrecked it basically.
So, what is your goal by the time the life cycle of FIFA ends? Like, where do you want to be consistently finishing in Foot
Oh
Champs?
mate, I would love to say that I could ever hit elite. Like just to say that once would be amazing, but who knows? Maybe this is the year. You never know. If I can just cut the stupid things out of my game, the stupid mistakes, the sloppy passes at the back, and keep my cool and keep my composure, mate. I honestly think that I could do it.
See, this is the thing with me, right? I could complain about the FIFA, I could moan about the opponent, but half the time I'm annoyed with myself, to be honest.
Mm,
With the like, I'll be annoyed like, why did I make that pass? Why did I do that? Do you know what I mean? Like me making
yeah,
mistakes, because if I don't make mistakes and I'm on my game, I know I could get many wins. I could beat people that people feel I can't beat them. But my problem is consistency. I could
yeah,
play amazing one
exactly.
game and then I'll play shit the next game.
And I've seen that with you so many times, and you know, it's just one of them things, isn't it? It's like
It's a mental
the amount
thing.
of time. I
It's,
think,
it's a mental
yeah,
thing.
exactly. I think it's very when I've been streaming this game, like my games now, and obviously being a new streamer, like this year proper, and I've been playing weekend league, and I've I've gone 3-0 down, 4-0 down, it's sometimes even 5-0 down. I look at my chat and I've got the motivation right there to get back into the game where normally I'd just give up. And was it the first weekend leave? I think I went like 3 games in a row. I went 3-0 down early on, and I pulled it back to go like 3-0 or something. It was, I know, not amazing, but hey, to come 3-0 down 3 games in a row, I'll take that.
But that's what I really like about streaming now because the people that come in your chat and really give you the motivation and the boosts. Because, like, what was I, 3 wins out of 10 after Friday? And then I changed the
Mm,
team around and had people like you and Matty and all that giving me the motivation. And I was only 1 win off goal three at the end. So I think if I start much better this weekend, I think I'll get goal three easily. And I want to start pushing back up to goal two again.
yeah,
So
and I saw the difference in like the way you played on Friday to when you played on like Sunday, man. You were kidding it Sunday. You just
the
win.
4-2-2 just wasn't working for me at the end. So I went back to the 4 2
Yeah,
3 1. And
and that's the
as
thing
we
as well.
saw,
You got to fiddle around a lot to find like your groove,
was the
put your
thing.
own stamp on it this year.
I've never found the right formation or setup for me yet, but I think I'm finally getting it now. And Bruno Fernandes brought him on a Saturday, game changer for me. It was brilliant. Um,
Yeah,
actually scored a free
even
kick.
just watching your games and watching how you use Bruno, I was just like, Jesus Christ! Like it actually tempted me to go and pick up Bruno Fernandes again. And I'm thinking,
I know he scored a
oh,
free
is it a
kick
bit
for
too
me, and I
late?
never score free kicks on FIFA, never ever.
I know. I saw your first ever one. Don't worry.
Um,
Check it out on Twitter, guys.
Yeah, it was actually my second one, but it's my first one
Oh,
on stream
sorry.
and first one online. Um, I I did score co-op squad battles with my mate, and
Mm,
I scored a free
mm.
kick with his Neymar because I haven't tried out Neymar yet on this game. I had a free kick with Neymar went in. He's all he told me to do as a good tip was aim it for the top corner and then just put
Yeah.
this a certain amount of power in. And for some reason, with people like Neymar, it will fly in the back of the net. So I did it the first time and it flew in.
See, I've not even used Neymar yet, like properly. But that's the thing as well. Then, okay, I'll ask you that then. But what's your thoughts on now co-op? Because there was hype for that. Everyone wanted it. It was hype for about 2 weeks, and now I don't see anything about co-op.
Well, I think because of what is going on with rivals and champs at the moment, not many people are going to want to do co-op. So if they lose, play with their mate or something, but they can't. Um, I think if they had a separate rivals thing for co-op or something, that might be better. Um, but maybe they need to bring in some different objectives that has to have co-op in it. I don't know. Um,
Yeah, Yeah, see, that would have been my suggestion with the whole, have a different section for like co-op and like a co-op rival thing. I don't know, but it's just a bit frustrating, isn't it? Like, I've got like no one that I would play with because everyone finds it boring now, and that's after 2 weeks on co-op. I'm just like, all right, fair enough.
I was hoping they were
But
going to
that's
kind
that
of
dead, isn't
do.
it?
I was hoping it was kind of do something similar to what PES do. They basically
What do
take.
they do?
Well, they'll take some of your players and they'll take some of my players and then combine it into one team instead of just having one
Oh,
person's
right.
team. That was really good fun. Um, but I like the idea. I think they just need to add some. Like, I need to play a co-op match with somebody. Wink, Jake that's in the chat. I need to do a co-op match in the silver rewards for this week. Or Matt is going to play with me.
Matt,
But
he's going to play with you.
he just said, I'll play with you, mate. So,
What a geezer.
guys, if you've got any questions for Luke when we get near the end of the podcast, please put them in the chat and I'll pick a couple of questions out for Luke.
Or even questions for you, Craigie.
Not for me, this is you, mate. You're the guest. I'm going to be here every week.
Oh, well,
Oh, no,
oh, look at that, mate. He wants to play with me.
Yeah, sorry, PS4. Anyway,
Hey.
let's get back to where we so you want to get to Elite. So you want to get to Elite.
I think that would be the dream
All right,
for
so
me. I don't think I've hit an Elite yet, but I mean, this FIFA and the last FIFA was the two that I took the most serious. So I definitely feel like I've progressed. So, and I definitely feel like if I'd spread my games out more, the way I was playing last weekend, I definitely feel I could do it. 100%.
yeah, my aim is to reach Gold 1. I want to get Gold 1 this game. That is my target.
You do it.
I just need some of the better players, and I really need like people like Mbappe. Like I used Mbappe yesterday to finish off that Akinfenwa, and he just scored a hat trick, and his finishing is ridiculous. Like you can tell the difference from going from like a Gabriel Jesus to a Martial I got until moving on to like an Mbappe Ronaldo. You can just tell the difference of the finishing and all that. But
it's definitely going to favour like pay to win this year, definitely, because like now I'm doing the is it like the Mole objective, and obviously I have to drop down from the players that I'm used to the players that I have to use, and you can just instantly tell a difference. And I tell you what is annoying me. I already mentioned this to you off the stream, but I tell you what is annoying me: the fact that I was trying to do complete Moist King last night. I've done it, but the amount of players that I played against that already had Moist King, honestly, did mine nothing last night. I tell you, it's just what is the point? Like they've already done it. What is the point of doing it? It's just so frustrating. Toxic.
And
more toxic this year.
Who's your favourite player that you've used in this game so far?
Oh, that's tough, man. I don't know. For me, probably Ronaldo. Ronaldo or Pavel Nedved for me.
Yeah, Ronaldo's looks sick.
Yeah, I think Ronaldo's got. I played about 200 games. I think Ronaldo now.
Do you think how many goals you got with him?
He's got 280 games on him. He's got 360 goals, 218 assists.
That is just ridiculous.
Yeah, and I'm not a huge guy, like fanboy of squad battles, so I don't ever use it in squad battles.
Well, so we spoke to you about your team and all that. We've spoken about FIFA, we spoke about your team and everything, and what you want to see improve. So last week we're going to talk about is just something a bit outside FIFA. So, tell everybody what football team you support.
Oh, Craig, what football team do I support? I support the mighty Arsenal, mate.
Yeah, of course
you do. Support, Craig?
Oh, I support Arsenal too. Oh,
what a coincidence, eh?
Yeah, hopefully we won't have any salty Man United fans listening to this on YouTube. But 1-0 to the Gunners.
I love me a salty Man United fan.
So, can you tell the people the reason that you support Arsenal, like where did it all start from?
well, my dad was an Arsenal fan, so growing, he's not really a huge Arsenal fan, but he was just an Arsenal fan. So I've always, whenever I watched football growing up, it was Arsenal. I watched one game and I loved it. I fell in love with just the way that they played, the way that they passed the ball, the way they beautifully had possession football. The players that I grew up watching made me fall in love with the game more. I grew up watching Adams, Cole, Keown, Seaman, Petit, Vieira, Bergkamp, Henry, Perez, Nuremberg, Vieira. What is not to love about all of them players that I just named? So, the first Arsenal game I watched, I didn't see anything about them. I was just watching them in awe. I was just mesmerised and just watching how amazing that they just everything they did was amazing. Every touch, they were just unreal. I love them, and ever since that moment, just been Arsenal through and through. So I thank my dad for getting me to Arsenal. So yeah, that's how it started, and here I am. And my dad was born in Watford, so he had the choice, I think, between Watford or Arsenal, and he picked Arsenal.
And with how Arsenal are doing this season, and how well Arteta has changed the team around, realistically, where do you think Arsenal are going to finish at the end of the season?
Oh, even that I find difficult because I'd love to say that we can get in the top four. Do I think that we? I'd like to think that we can get in the top four. If we play, like people say, we played bad against like City and Leicester, but I don't think we played that badly. I think we were just unlucky in games. I like Leicester. I saw the Southampton game; they had a goal counted that Arsenal should have had counted against Leicester. I don't know. It's tough with Arsenal because you just don't know what you're going to get. I'd like to say top four, but I'd like to say fourth.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can sneak in the top four. It's going to be very difficult because it's a very open league at the moment. Like we're about eighth or ninth. But look how close the points are, and like Matty just put in the chat, we've conceded the less goals out of anyone this season. We're just having problems with scoring goals now. It's funny because it was the other way around for many seasons.
How good does that feel as well? That we've improved defensively, where we've been crying out for improvement, like for how long? And I think a lot of that comes into our midfield as well.
Oh yeah, definitely with Thomas Partey in there now. He's going to be a massive addition for us, as you could tell
unbelievable,
the United game.
I'll tell you what though, is Mohamed El Nene ever going to get a bit of recognition?
Yeah, El Nene played very, very well. Like we said on Match Day 2, what I watched last night, they said that was the best performance that they've seen El Nene in an Arsenal shirt since he's been at the club.
A lot of people in my chat come in and be like, "Oh yeah, but you're playing El Nene." I'm like, "Has anyone actually watched El Nene closely this season?" I said it to years. Like, watch how El Nene plays since coming back offline. He's been unreal, and I find it hard for Xhaka to even get back into this team, even Ceballos.
See, the thing is, I would play Ceballos in front of those two. And so Ceballos can be the attacking creative player. I think we need an attacking creative central midfielder to feed balls into like Aubameyang and like Lacazette. I just think we need that kind of thing. Like Paul Merson was saying today, that you could probably have a spot for Ozil now in front of those two that are going to protect the back 3, 4, 5, whatever. And we need a creative player that's going to feed those balls in like a Fabregas and all. I think that's what we're missing now.
I definitely feel that is the only thing that we are missing. 100%. The bit of creativity. And that's why I'm still a bit shocked that he even opted to leave Ozil out of the squads. Like when you look for creativity, Ozil's the man that I think you look to. But hey, it is what it is.
Look, I feel we're going in the right direction, and bit by bit we'll get 100%. There. I'm sure he'll look into transfer in January, if not next summer. Like at the end of the day, we're improving the midfield and defence, and then we can, if we're struggling too much, we'll play more attacking. So Arsenal got Aston Villa next. Predictions for that?
I think we're going to win comfortably because I think they're slipping now. I think we're going to win 3-0.
Could do.
Saka. Someone just said Saka's a beast. That man in my chat.
That is Jake. Yeah, Jake. One of the mods.
Jake, that's a bloody great comment.
So, and then the last question I'm going to ask you: top 3 Arsenal players of all time.
Henri, obviously number one. Vieira, that was my second, and I was a massive fanboy of David Seaman, so I'd even put a Seaman in there.
He was very, very good. So, guys in the chat, if you've got any questions to ask Luke, put them in right now as we're coming near the end of the podcast. Is there anything you want to ask Luke?
Just don't tell me how bad I am at doing podcasts. Thanks.
So I'm sure I thought Matt would be ready, lined up to ask you something.
He might well be, Give the man some time. Yeah, we are ninth.
Yeah, I'll give you a minute, guys, just to come up with anything that you feel that you would like to ask Luke, as long as it's appropriate.
When did I discover Craig was
I said something appropriate, not that kind of question. Well, ask him the question. Answer the question anyway. Yeah, when did you discover I was a crackhead?
Probably about how long ago did I meet you? 3 months ago.
It's longer than that now.
Yeah, well, there you go. See, longer than that. Maybe I'm the crackhead.
I don't know why I get called a crackhead. I don't know where it started from, but Matty said, "Can you give me some of your padlock?" That's just a question to you, Luke.
Can I give him some? No, sorry. Because then.
Yeah, can you give us all? Can you give all some of us some luck? Your luck is ridiculous.
I mean, I did tell you to do some 2-player packs, and you did do some, and they did pay out for you. So.
Yeah, but haven't you Pat Messi twice in this game?
Yeah, no, I bought Messi once.
Oh, yeah.
See, what you should do, Craig, is for the people, 2-player packs. And have you finished our league and hybrid SBCs yet?
I haven't even done those advanced SBCs. I haven't touched them.
See, boys.
Oh, Luke, you can open my packs on Share Play. Well, me or Luke can happily open your packs. I want to open people's packs on PlayStation. So
can we do that on the way we stream?
I don't know. I need to test it out with somebody at some point.
Hey, if it works, I'm down.
Yeah, I know there's been some bit of issues with Share Play recently because they said like if you're not in the right region, there's some kind of glitch going on. I haven't tested it for sure from console if it works. I'd love to do that with more people. I get to know more people on PlayStation.
For sure, if we can do it, it's definitely something I'm looking to do.
Jake said that this is a very important question. Have you ever watched Suits?
Okay. Have I ever watched what?
Suits.
No. What's that?
Oh dear, Jake's not going to be happy. It's a program that he's obsessed with watching on Netflix all the time.
Okay, well,
it's some kind of like comedy law. I don't know. Even I don't. Not too sure. I've watched one episode. That's about it.
Okay, so it's like a bit like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but not quite because they're the police, right?
I can't really say. The best series ever, Jake says. Okay.
Okay, well, I'll definitely make sure to check it out.
Jake, I have a question for you. When are you going to be subbing to me? You're my first ever sub in my channel. You let me down.
Wow, Jake, even I'm subbed.
Yeah, Jake still hasn't subbed to me. I'm very disappointed. Yes.
Jake, I just wanted to you've not just disappointed Craig, you've disappointed me as well.
And plus, Jake, I was thinking of you being my next guest on the podcast, so I might have to reconsider that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, we want Matty.
Well, if Matty's voice can be heard, you just spent £300. Well, I'm sure you got to spend £5. I'm only joking, Jake. I'm only joking. So, yeah, that's about it, really. Just want to say thank you, Luke, for coming in and being my first guest on the podcast.
Well, thank you for having me as well, Craig. I appreciate that you wanted to ask me to come on first. It's an honour. That's
right. I'm definitely going to find other people as well, people like Jake, and if Matty has got a mic. I'd like to know what Matty sounds like, to be honest. That'd be interesting.
I bet he sounds like a gangster.
I'm sure he does. Gangster. Yeah, a London gangster.
Yeah. Nah, Birmingham gangster, right?
A Birmingham gangster. Oh, that's where Jake used to be from. I thought you fixed the Apple Pay. I'm joking. Yeah, Jake used to be from Birmingham. He supports Birmingham. Hey, Dwarf Gamer, how you doing? But yes, this is the end of the podcast. If you guys are interested in being a guest as well, hit me up in YouTube or follow Whisper Me on Twitch. I'm happy to have anyone that is not going to be stupid.
Happy to have anyone.
You know what I mean? Like anybody that's just a
Okay.
normal FIFA player. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm all good.
Okay.
I'm all good, Dwarf. I'll speak to you guys very quickly after I've just finished this off. You're not going to win the league, Jake. You're not winning the league with Birmingham. It's not happening. But no, thank you guys for listening, and we'll look forward to being back again for the second episode of the podcast. So I will catch you guys later, and thank you again, Luke, for coming in.
Thanks for having me, Craig.